Another budget device has entered dito sa ating studio, which is the Tecno Spark Go 2. If you're looking for a high-performing phone or a mid-range phone, this video is not for you. So sabi ko nga sa title, this phone is sulit at 3,000 pesos. So what are the things to expect? This phone is being powered by the Unisoc na T7250, 13MP na main camera sensor, which other phones at this price point is a lot lower. 5,000 mAh ang kanyang battery, which is standard. And probably the best thing na gusto ko dito sa kanya, 120Hz of screen refresh rate. Gaano siya kasulit? Malalaman natin after this quick intro. Ito si Tecno Spark Go 2 na may 3 plus 3 gigs of RAM and 64 gigs of storage is priced at 3,299. And ang kanyang 3 plus 3 gigs of RAM and 120 gigs of storage is priced at 3,599. Pero para sa mga early bird buyers and sa kanyang TikTok ng Super Brand Day sale, this phone would be just priced at 3,099 pesos. I'll post the link on the description box below kung saan mo siya pwede mabili or just simply click the product link para hindi kayo ma-scam. Itong phone na ito comes in 3 colors: ink black, vel white, and titanium gray. Hawak ko dito is the titanium gray color. Now, since kakatapos ko lang mag-review ng Oppo K13 Turbo, one of the things na napansin ko dito sa phone is that yung kanyang camera module looks exactly the same sa Oppo K13 Turbo. There's no doubt naman sa mga phones these days na nagkokopya naman sila ng design. Si Tecno Spark Go 1 copied yung iPhone naman na camera module. This one kay Oppo naman na kinapi. Plastic ang kanyang back and matte finish. Though there are times I feel it's a little bit plasticky. Plastic din ang kanyang side frames. And glass protection ng kanyang harap. I'm not quite sure kung anong Corning Gorilla Glass or whatever you call it. Pero meron siyang drop resistance up to 1.5 meters. One of the good things dito sa kanya, guys, punch hole na siya. Hindi na siya teardrop notch. Normally, at this price point, you still get a teardrop notch na phone, though yung kanyang bezel is quite thick, especially yung kanyang baba, which is unevitable at this price point. Goods pa rin siya dahil meron pa rin siya audio jack dito sa ilalim, and goods din dahil meron din siyang stereo speaker. Isang speaker dito sa ibabaw, and the other one is nandito. Matetest natin to later. And by the way, guys, this one is IP64 dust and water resistance. Pwede siya pag matalsikan ng ulan, walang problema. And meron siya isang feature dito na probably wala sa iba. Meron siyang tinatawag dito free link, which gives you a free call kahit wala kang signal. What this does is that parang nag-a-act siya as a two-way radio. Pwede mo makausap on the other party pag na-connected kayo kahit wala kayo signal. Parang walkie-talkie lang siya. Now, this phone is being powered by the Unisoc na T7250, which is for me a very budget chip. It can do multitasking, pero there are times na meron talaga siyang limitation. Pag medyo mas heavier na video editing sa CapCut, mahihirapan na siya ma-export. And pati sa gaming, pagdating sa mga mid-level na games, hindi na siya halos malaro. Unless i-set mo na super low na graphical settings. Pero nung sinalang ko siya sa Antutu benchmark, 264,000 points ang binigay sa akin. At least hindi 100 plus. And here is my breakdown score. Ito ang score na kuha ko sa Wildlife Extreme. This is the score na binigay sa akin sa Geekbench, kanyang CPU benchmark. And ito naman sa kanyang GPU benchmark. Looking good naman kanyang thermals and it throttled to 84% ng kanyang best performance. Now, itong phone na ito has a 5,000 mAh na battery. Nothing really special. It's just a industry standard of 5,000, which can last you through the whole day without even charging. Nung ginamit ko naman to as my daily driver while reviewing this phone, okay naman siya. Kaya naman na magtagal na one whole day. Basta huwag ka lang magbabad sa gaming and huwag ka lang magbabad ng video calling. Walang problema isang buong araw. And this one supports also 15 watts na charging. And nung sinalang ko to sa PC Mark na battery stress test, under 50% brightness and 60Hz screen refresh rate, binigyan ako ng 15 hours na screen on time, which is for me not bad. Napag-usapan natin quickly ang kanyang display. Ang kanyang display is exactly the same sa Tecno Spark Go 1, having a 6.67-inch na IPS LCD with a 120Hz screen refresh rate. Normally, at this price point, you don't get 120. Normally, siguro the best is 90. And you can watch only a 720p na video on this phone. And by the way guys, this phone is running iOS 15 inside Android version 15. And if you're trying to browse dito sa social media, sa Facebook, sa TikTok, sa Twitter, on your favorite social media sites, wala kang maging problema dito dahil just to set your expectation, this is a very budget-friendly phone. And to be able to browse na smoothly on this phone is, I would say, not really bad. Okay naman ang browsing experience ko dito, pero there are times na mafe-feel mo there's a little bit of a slowdown, lalo na kung medyo bad ang yung internet connection. Pero overall, the experience is not bad. Now, if you're watching mga videos on YouTube, expect hindi ka makakanood ng 1080p dito, just a 720p. Pero I would say na overall, it's watchable, not bad. Now, since sinabi ko sa inyo kanina, meron siya dual speaker dito, which is a surprise at 3,000 pesos. Pakinggan lang natin kung gaano kalakas ang kanyang sounds pag sinagad-sagad natin. Honestly, to my surprise, not bad ang kanyang sounds. Just average, pero para sa kanyang presyo, not bad. Pero kung di ka na kontento, there's still the audio jack na pwede nang gamitin. Now, I was able to play 2 games on this phone, Call of Duty Mobile and Honor of Kings. Pagdating sa Call of Duty Mobile, just to set your expectation, medyo mababa ang kanyang graphical settings na pwede i-set. And nung nilaro ko naman tong game na ito, there are times na mafe-feel mo there's a little bit of a slowdown, para medyo lag siya. Lalo na kung nag-swing ka ng left and right, kung nagbabaril ka, mapapansin mo dito sa kanya na parang bumabagal or naiiwan ka. There are times na alam mo na binaril mo na siya, pero the moment na pumikit ang mata mo, patay ka na pala. There are some lags talaga along the way, hindi talaga maiwasan kasi alam naman natin 7250 is just a very, very budget na chip, which is good for multitasking, pero pagdating sa gaming, medyo mahirapan ka. Pero one thing to like naman is ng touch response is responsive, except that siguro yung processor is medyo hirap lang mag-process playing this game. Pinakamainit na na-achieve natin after 30 minutes of gaming, 41 degrees Celsius. Pagdating sa Honor of Kings, medyo mas playable siya kaysa kay Call of Duty Mobile. Pero there are times na pag naglalaban ko yan, napapansin mo na parang the moment na pumikit mata mo at dumilat ka, parang nag-teleport na yung kalaban mo away from you. Yan ang napansin ko dito sa kanya, which is very frequent na napansin ko sa kanya, lalo na pag medyo bakbakan na dalaga kayo on a certain point, lalo na pag naka-clash na kayo on a certain point, medyo evident na mapapansin mo kayo ng frame drops and lags. Ang pinakamainit na inabot ko after 30 minutes of gaming, 39 degrees Celsius. Now, pag-usapan natin quickly ang kanyang camera. This is probably one of the cameras at this price point na 13MP. Normally, sa mga ibang phones at this price point, mabibigyan ka lang ng mga 8MP. And another good thing dito sa kanya is that this camera can shoot you up to 2K and 30 FPS. And ang kanyang front-facing camera is a 8MP, which can also shoot you up to 2K and 30 FPS. Now guys, quickly analyze lang natin some of the shots na nakuha natin from the all-new Tecno Spark Go 2. Now, taking a look at this shot, pag zoom mo siya, medyo mukha siyang soft, pero not so bad naman siya pag hindi mo siya zoom. A little bit pale lang ang kanyang color. Taking a look at these greens naman, okay, not bad. Ang kanyang color, medyo a little bit saturated, medyo darker siya kunti compared sa nakikita ko. Pero overall, not bad siya. Pero pag zoom mo siya, hindi lang siya ganun ka-sharp. Pero dito sa photo na ito, it looks to me a little bit more overexposed to be exact. Pero in actual, medyo mas darker siya kunti. Pero itong plant na ito na nakuha ko, itong vines na ito, looks not bad. And halos ganun din ang color in actual. This is probably one of the better shots na nakuha ko. Itong mga santan na ito. Looks okay, not bad. Pati itong mga yellows na ito, medyo mas color accurate. Pero pag zoom mo, soft siya. Pag tingnan naman natin itong signages na ito, mukhang okay naman siya. Pero parang medyo mas hindi lang gano'n ka-darker green itong signage na ito. Pati itong logo ng Starbucks, in actual medyo mas darker green talaga siya. So much for outdoors. Pasok naman tayo sa indoor. Pag indoor low light, pag kumuha ka ng mga shots like this one, mukhang okay naman siya. Sharp naman siya kahit i-zoom mo siya ng konti. Pero pag zoom mo siya ng husto, medyo makita medyo mas soft na siya. Pero overall, not bad naman mga shots na ito. Taking some quick food shots, sobrang soft and pixelated na siya pag zoom mo. Pero kung hindi mo na siya zoom, okay lang naman siya. Pati itong mga macaroni na ito, mukhang okay lang naman siya. And itong bread na ito looks good and not bad ang kanyang quality. Pero medyo soft nga lang siya. Look at the signage, this is a one-time zoom and this is a two-time zoom shot. Well, pag chinek mo mga words naman, mukhang okay naman, nababasa ko pa rin naman siya. And pag finocus mo naman siya on the subject, mukhang okay ito subject na ito. Yung nga lang, hindi masyado nag-blur ang kanyang background. So, medyo hindi masyadong maganda tong photo na ito. Pero on this one, mukhang okay naman siya, no? Blurring it all the way to the background. Maganda naman kanyang subject. Pero hindi lang siya super sharp. Now, if you're trying to take some stuffed toy shot, okay naman siya pag hindi mo siya zoom. Pero once na zoom mo siya, makita mo soft siya. Hindi siya sharp. Pati itong mga posters na ito, mukhang okay. And itong mga wooden utensils looks good, no? Pero medyo mas pale lang ang kanang color. Pati itong mga ready na bottled goods, mukhang okay naman siya. And this one looks good. Except that medyo mas pale lang siya konti. These cakes are looking good naman. Pero medyo mas darker lang kanyang color. And this low light shot looks very dark. If you're trying to check some photos using the front-facing camera, well, honestly, okay naman siya on outdoor. Pero pag zoom mo naman siya, hindi lang siya ganun ka-sharp. Of course, just setting your expectation. And mostly, mga outdoor shots naman nakuha ko, not bad. Pero, well, of course, for its price point, it's pretty solid na. Kapag natira sa indoor, mapapansin mo, magiging soft na talaga mga photos mo once you zoom it in. Pero the quality is still there. Intact naman siya for its price point. I ain't complaining kasi okay na okay pa rin mga shots na ito kahit sa indoor na medyo soft nga lang siya. Now, if you're using the front-facing camera, medyo, siya, no? Ma-shaky. Pero quality is just a little bit soft. For the rear camera, equally shaky, pero yung kanyang resolution is a little bit better than the front-facing one. Now guys, ano masasabi ko dito sa Tecno Spark Go 2? Honestly, sobra siyang sulit at 3,099 pesos pag binili mo siya na maaga. And one thing to like naman dito sa kanya is very lightweight siya. Yung kanyang design is very simple, wala naman sophistication. And another good news is that this one supports a micro SD card na expansion. For me, the overall experience dito sa phone na ito is good, especially if you're looking for a backup phone. Perfect itong phone na ito. Or yung mga tito and tita mo, nanay and tatay mo na naghahanap ng phones na hindi naman sila mateki, just to browse social media, video calls sa Viber, and just phone calls, panalo na itong phone na ito. Pero if you're looking for mid-tier ng Tecno, you can always check out yung kanyang Camon series. So guys, bibili ka ba nito? Tecno Spark Go 2. Kung gusto nyo malaman kung saan pwede mabili ito, I'll post the link on the description box below or just simply click the product link. And if you like this video, don't forget to share it to your friends. And a quick sub sa akin channel, it's definitely awesome. I'll see you in my next video. And so, ako para si Richmond, and you're watching Catch It Sidekick. Like and subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to hit that notification bell. For one of my latest uploads, click the dito. And for one of my popular uploads, click here.